Hi, my name is Renee Borgstrom, and I am a school library media specialist. Today, I will be presenting to you on collaboration and leadership in the school library. Why is collaboration important? Everyone in the school community is invested in the success of students, and librarians interact with each one of them in different ways. This places us at the center of the school community and gives us unique perspective, as well as many opportunities for leadership. While the librarian intrinsically fosters collaboration as part of the leader role, empowering stakeholders at all levels in the school to collaborate is crucial to the success of the library program. Who influences or benefits from this kind of collaboration? There are many people who influence and benefit from collaborating with the school librarian, and first off is the school and district leadership. This may include your superintendent, the director of curriculum and supervision, the director of special services, your principal, vice principals, and other administrators. Another group that benefits is the teaching staff. This includes classroom teachers, special education teachers, specials or elective teachers, and basic skills or intervention teachers. Next are the support personnel, which may include a variety of people, including the technology coordinator, instructional aides or paraprofessionals, administrative assistants, and even the cafeteria staff. In my current job, one of our cafeteria staff visits the library to check out books for her elementary age son. Lastly, we can collaborate with community partners. This can include public librarians, the heads of local organizations, and really any religious or social organization in the town. In collaborating with stakeholders, you should remember to work with members of all groups. First, from the school and district leadership, there is the supervisor of curriculum and instruction. You can be your administrator's biggest asset. It is important for you to share all that you are doing in the library to support students and staff. This stakeholder supports student learning by promoting curriculum initiatives and ensuring that state mandates are followed. The supervisor of curriculum and instruction is familiar with the specific topics that are covered in each grade and subject. To collaborate with this stakeholder, school librarians can reach out in the summer or the beginning of the school year to ask if standards have been added or adjusted within the district for certain grade levels and topics. The librarian can review the current collection to determine whether or not more resources should be added or if previously covered topics can be gently weeded. Librarians should also be aware of new state mandates so that they may provide to the supervisor of curriculum and instruction a list of current library resources that address these requirements. In New Jersey, we have several mandates that voices from underrepresented groups should be included in school instruction, and I have provided a list of these resources to my supervisor of curriculum and instruction so that I can show that we are actively meeting these mandates. Initiating collaboration with the supervisor of curriculum and instruction shows that the school librarian is invested in aligning the collection with the curricular needs of the students and meeting state mandates, which should result in increased academic success. The intended outcomes are that the school librarian will be regarded as an active participant in student learning, and that the supervisor of curriculum and instruction will gain further knowledge and appreciation of available library resources. This collaboration supports the following AASL standards for school librarians. The first is to curate. Standard 4A1 says that school librarians challenge learners to act on an information need by modeling the response to a need to gather and to organize information. The next standard addresses to include 2A1. School librarians direct learners to contribute a balanced perspective when participating in a learning community by engaging learners to articulate an awareness of the contributions of a range of learners. This refers to the New Jersey curriculum mandates that I previously mentioned. The next group that you should remember when collaborating with stakeholders is the teaching staff, namely classroom teachers. Your success can often be defined as identifying your colleagues' problems and designing solutions. Asking which services teachers want and then offering those services will build social capital and trust. These stakeholders support student learning by creating and delivering engaging lessons aligned with grade level and subject matter curriculum. They are in daily contact with students and can provide timely feedback on current instruction and necessary resources. To collaborate with these stakeholders, school librarians should actively advertise how the collection addresses students' personal interests and covers curricular topics in an age appropriate fashion on a variety of reading levels. Classroom teachers should be invited to bring their classes to the library for lessons on how to search and access the library collection, as well as for assistance in helping their students conduct research using available and reliable resources. If your seventh grade science class is studying biomes, you should invite the classes down to search using key terms such as tundra, desert, grasslands, and you can also offer your services to teachers when the students need to research them on their own. Welcoming classroom teachers and their students into the library to spotlight the collection and offering to assist with or conduct research lessons show that both the library and the school librarian are valuable assets to students. The intended outcomes are that the school librarian will be regarded as a knowledgeable and approachable instructional leader, and that students will gain comfort with and increase their use of library resources. Collaboration with classroom teachers occurs for the purpose of supporting students. Therefore, it supports the following AASL standards for learners. The first is to inquire. Standard 1A1 says that school librarians teach learners to display curiosity and initiative when seeking information by encouraging learners to formulate questions about a personal interest or a curricular topic. The next standard is to curate. 4A2 and 4A3 summarize that learners act on an information need by identifying possible sources of information and making critical choices about information sources to use. Lastly, don't forget about your community partners when you collaborate with a public librarian. Relationships between schools and public libraries have a long history of contact, communication, and cooperation. They are natural friends because they serve the same children. This stakeholder supports student learning by offering a wide range of resources and library programming across all age levels. The public librarian is a proponent of literacy and aims to remove barriers to information access. To collaborate with this stakeholder, school librarians can invite the public librarian to visit during back to school night or conferences to encourage students and families to sign up for library cards. The school librarian can also distribute this information during school hours. They can communicate regarding summer reading expectations and plan shared activities. For example, the public librarian may visit the school library before summer break to introduce books, and the school librarian may visit the public library during the summer to discuss them with students. This kind of partnership shows that we are a team advocating for our students' needs and that reading is not only done in the vacuum of the school. Promoting the acquisition and importance of library cards and asking for assistance with summer reading shows that the school librarian recognizes larger learning opportunities beyond the walls of the school library. The intended outcomes are that students will understand and be able to access public library offerings for increased access to information, and that the school librarian and public librarian will be seen as community partners in promoting literacy, no matter the time of year. This collaboration supports the following AASL standards for school librarians. The first is to explore. Standard 5C1 says that school librarians prepare learners to engage with the learning community by providing strategies for acting on curiosity about a topic of personal interest or curricular relevance. The next is to inquire. Standard 1B2 says that school librarians promote new knowledge generation by devising and implementing a plan to fill knowledge gaps. A wise leader will welcome the eyes, ears, heart, and hands of the school librarian, who can extend the administration's reach and impact in the building and in the larger learning community as well. Although it can feel lonely as sometimes the only school librarian in the building, it is so important to reach out to your school or district leadership, your teaching staff, and your community partners to make connections that will benefit your students. Thank you.